next to Lisa.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I don't have a picture.
No,
Hey
the
guys,
question was answered. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
good morning. It made me update this morning and it took
Oh,
forever. So it's like, what the heck is happening here? Can you see me okay?
yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, thanks you guys for being patient. That was it's been one of those mornings. I had Connor. I had to get him to school, and then I came down to do this quick, and it's like, oh, that didn't work. That wasn't quick at all. Good morning, guys. I can get this work to work now.
And then my oldest son said, yeah, we should.
Oh, you're taking. Oh, are you? Good.
That's fun.
Did you guys all vote on you guys online?
Yes, I did. Nailed it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, Mike went and voted this morning at 6. He got over there. He got up at 6:30 so he could be first in line so he didn't have to wait. I'm like, it's not going to be that busy in our district. I think a lot of people have, yeah. Did you? Downtown? You went downtown? Yeah.
Yes, and aren't we all a little nervous about the outcome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be bad, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I was just really, really, really excited when the Des Moines Register polls showed us Iowa.
Me
So
too.
was I.
And that got a lot of national attention.
It
Yes,
did.
it
I
did,
know.
didn't it?
Yeah,
Wonder what the governor thought.
I
Yeah.
know. Right?
Couldn't have been anything
Let's
too.
go, women.
Yeah. Well, that's what Mike said. Thank God for women.
Oh,
What's interesting to me then what I think has gotten lost in all this is that we could have a woman for president.
I know it.
It's been all about beating Trump and other issues, but it was a big deal when Hillary ran, and now we aren't really talking that much about it.
I know. And it's a not only a woman, but a black woman.
Ethnic, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's been played up a little more, but it's
Yeah.
like people haven't really talked that much about. We could have
I
a
know
woman
it.
president. Been a
Maybe
long
that's
time.
it.
Yeah, been a long time coming.
Let's
Sure
hope it happens.
has.
Yeah. Let's hope it happens.
I hope so too. Well, sorry. Now I'm messing around. All this electronic stuff. It's not working properly today.
Looks good from our end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you having
Well,
trouble recording?
Oh, no, I'm just trying to get my music going, but we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to get music going.
Oh.
Okay. Do you mind if I get
Nope.
started? Okay. Okay, I'm going to mute you guys. This looks different now, the updates too. It's weird.
Huh.
So we'll see if that, yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's playing up in the living room.
I can hear, yeah.
Yeah, as I was turning it up. Oh, it's been recording this whole time. There it is up there. Okay. We'll get started here. Ah, thanks you guys for being here on this important day. We all need it. That's right. So I was thinking about, why I want to teach yoga. And sometimes we just kind of go through life and we have to do this. This is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to be. And then we don't really give thought to why we do it. We just do it, right? And so I was thinking about why I teach yoga. And it's really because I feel like yoga is a good tool for myself, but also for others to be able to be ready physically for what they want to do, and also be ready mentally and emotionally for what they want to do, for how they want to live their life. And so ask yourself I mean, you showed up, so you're doing the what, but is the why really important for you right now? So why do you practice yoga? Why do you go to work? Why do you, whatever it is you do, instead of just what? Why do we go vote? Think about that and just turn inward. And just find your breath this morning. And allow your skin to soften. Please bring hands to heart center. I believe that if you take the time to ask yourself why, you'll be much more present with yourself physically, mentally, and with others. And hopefully notice that the grace and the love is always surrounding you. Please lower your hands and open your eyes. And interlace your hands in front of you and just press your palms forward. Get nice long side body. Remember last week we used core, so use your core to lengthen up and stretch up. And then just kind of arc side to side a few times. It's hard when you're not supported. You really have to sink your sits bones in and feel like you're supported. Good. And then next time you're up, stretch your arms up and bring your right arm off to the side and just now arc a little deeper, but keep that left sits bones grounded. Both sits bones, but especially that one. And then go ahead and come on up and switch. Oh, why do we get so tight in our sides? Good. And then just kind of angle your right hand. So you have one hand on either side of your left knee. You just stretch over that way. Feel stretch in your opposite hip. Good. And then walk to center. Stretch forward. And then walk to your right side. Stretch over that knee. Oh, that feels so good. And breathe. And then come on up and go ahead and transition to all fours. And just move through some cow and cat. Just really paying attention to your spine, to your joints. Spread the weight out on your hands. Good. And then pause with a flat back and go ahead and bring your elbows down where your hands are. Interlace your hands and just get shoulder blades on the back, but then broaden your clavicles so you feel like you're really strong through your shoulders, and then lift your knees up for dolphin pose. And just walk it out. You can keep, if it's really challenging for your shoulders, just keep your knees bent. Otherwise, just kind of walk your dolphin out. Bend one knee and the other. Keep broadening the clavicles. And then go ahead and lower your knees and come back up on your hands. And come to a downward dog. So you might have to bring your hands forward or your feet back a little bit. Same thing, just feel a complete stretch. Breathe through it, walk your doggy out. And then slowly walk your hands back to your feet and come to a forward fold back there. Being present, you really notice your feet and your legs. Maybe even shake out your head a little bit. And then slowly roll up to standing. Ah, good. I wanted to work on a few balance things just because balance is good for all of us, right? So you're going to stand with your feet about hip distance apart and just kind of touch your toe forward and back and just keep going like that. You can look at the floor in front of you. This is pretty easy, right? Like you're dancing, but just kind of notice if you're bringing your foot back to the same spot, if you're staying balanced. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then pause and just kind of look at your feet. Do they end up mostly in the same spot that you started on your mat? Or not too bad for me. Sometimes I tend to walk forward when I do things. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit different. So you're going to shift your weight to one foot, bring that the opposite out, and then shift. And you can pick up the pace a little bit if it feels really easy. See if you can keep centered in the foot that you're standing on. Notice if you're walking forward or back as you do this. Use your core, because we all know that balance comes from core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause. Good. Piece of cake so far, right? Okay, now you're just going to bring your hands or your elbows by your side, your hands palm up. And you're going to turn to bring your knee up between the hands and then opposite. So keep going like that. If it's throwing you off a little bit, you can keep your eyes kind of in one place, if that helps. See if that helps. Or if you want, it's good to look at your knees, you can do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pause. Check your location. Hey, not too bad. Good. And then we might come back to that. We'll see. Inhale, stretch up. And forward fold again. And walk your hands back out to downward facing dog. And go ahead and extend your, let's go with left leg. And step it through to a deep lunge. And then ground your back foot down. Walk your hands to the right and come to the middle where you're in a Parsvakonasana. And just feel the weight spread evenly here on your feet. Good. And then slowly roll up to standing. You can use your hands on your thighs if you need to, and stretch your arms up. And then bring your arms to T and turn your left foot forward and bend into the front knee, warrior 2. Think strong, balanced through the feet. Nice, long and connected spine. I want you to just work on feeling super balanced. One more breath. And on the inhale, straighten the leg. Turn the left foot forward, the right foot out. And go for warrior two the opposite way. Notice your feet, your core. Check your alignment. Made you hold your arms out that whole time. So think, broaden the clavicles, really feel long through the top of your head. And next, inhale, straighten the leg, turn the right foot forward. Now stretch your arms up and fold forward again. And breathe. And then come all the way up again. Stretch your arms up. Bring them back to the T position. Turn your left foot and leg forward. Bend into warrior two. And then this time, bring your right hand to your hip, your left elbow to your knee. And turn for belly and chest forward for Parsvakonasana. You can add the arm up and over if you feel balanced. I want you to really notice weight in both feet. Balanced attack. If you're wanting more stretch, you can even touch the floor. Good. Really nice, you guys. One more breath. Come back up to warrior two. Straighten the front leg and switch orientation of your feet. Go slow. Bend to warrior two first. And then left hand to the hip, right elbow to the knee. Just long enough to get super balanced. And then you can extend the arm or arms if you want. Feel the weight in the little toe side of your back foot. Good. Broaden your clavicles, feel really, really strong. Yeah, good. One more breath. And come on up, warrior two. Nice. Next, inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn that foot and leg forward, stretch your arms up. And fold forward. Now walk your hands back towards your left foot as you turn it out and come to deep lunge. And step back, downward dog. And then extend your right leg and step it forward, deep lunge. I'm making you guys do it without the block. Ground the back foot down. Walk your hands to the left this time. Turn both feet forward. Just get, well, I'll do it this way. You guys can see these poses from the back side. So take a few breaths there. See if you're balanced in your feet. And slowly roll on up. Stretch your arms up. Bring your arms to T. Turn your right foot forward. Bend into warrior two. Keep that back leg super balanced. Broaden your clavicles. really strong and long in your spine. Good. Next inhale, straighten the front leg. And then you're coming to triangle pose. Go slow. You can grab knee if that's where you're at today. You can use a block under your hand, or you can come into the full pose, whatever your hamstrings are telling you at this point in the practice. Nice long back of neck. Good. Pretend like I'm pulling on your wrist to come back up, bend into the front knee, warrior two. Inhale, stretch the arms up, switch the orientation of your feet, and exhale, warrior two. Sometimes when you do those transitions, you kind of lose your back foot, you kind of lose the balance. You just notice and adjust. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathing, hugging the feet towards each other helps you lengthen your spine and stay strong. Broaden your clavicles so you really feel like you're making that beautiful star. Good. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Warrior two. Did you lose the balance? Just notice. Inhale, stretch both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And then walk your hands towards your right foot as you turn it out and come to deep lunge there. And please step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower. You can lower your knees first if you need to. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Just do cobra a couple more times. Just kind of noticing that you want to just lengthen your spine out. Just kind of get the vertebrae apart as you lift and lower down. One more time. And lower. Good. Push back to all fours. Now I am going to have you grab your blocks. And you can either do lower height or higher height, your choice. Come to downward facing dog. Extend your right leg and step it through. Should feel like a piece of cake this time. Just feel deep lunge for a moment. Lower your back knee. And take your time stretching up to Anjaneyasana. Feeling the balance. One more breath. And touch down. Step back. Down dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Extend your left leg. And step it through, deep lunge. Lower the back knee when you're ready, when you feel stable and connected. Stretch up Anjaneyasana. One more breath. And touch down. Good. Lift the back knee and step forward. Forward fold. And take a few breaths there. And then just step your feet back a few like a foot, and then slide your blocks together. And then come on up and step on your blocks. Okay, you thought that other thing was easy, right? Now we're going to do it up a little higher. Now that your balance you've been practicing it, it's going to be easy, right? So just start pointing your toe forward. You don't touch down, just have to be a little more accurate with where you put your foot, right? For some reason, it feels good for me to have my toes kind of off the front to grip. Not too bad, right? Good, now pause and do the side thing. We don't want any broken ankles, so you have to go at the speed that works well for you to stay up on top. I'm cheating because my blocks are heavier. Good. One more time each side. And pause. Hands by your waist. Lift the knee. Yeah. Same. I have to keep telling myself back to the same spot. It's just interesting. Good. Now pause. And step both feet to the right on the right block. And then just bring your right foot off to the side and make little circles there. Keep your hips pretty level. And switch direction. Good. Come on up. Switch to the other side. I'm feeling less balanced. And bring your right foot off. Or wherever you're at. Yeah. I think I said it wrong. Left foot. Switch directions. Whoa. Oh, you got a ladybug friend? Good, and come on up. Oh, I know. And step down. Go ahead and bring your blocks back by your feet. Now we're just going to flow a little bit. So inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your right foot back, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Come up warrior two again. Take a breath. Oh, the ladybug flew up here by me. Oh, that's okay. One more breath. Windmill down. Turn the back heel up. Step back. Down dog. Inhale. Plank on the blocks. Just pause there. And next inhale. Back to down dog. Extend the right leg. And step it through, deep lunge, ground the back foot down. Warrior two. Good. Windmill down, turn the back heel up and step forward. Pranam. And fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just pause there. I want you to just notice how you become much more aware of your foot position when you do those kind of exercises. So think of that as we go to the next one. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step the left foot back first this time. Deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. And then keeping your right hand on the block, you can bring it to a higher height if you need to. Bring your left hand to your hip and open up Parsvakonasana. Take your time, feeling super balanced. Maybe stretch the arm by your ear if that works. Don't have to. You can stretch it straight up or keep it on your waist. And on the exhale, touch down, turn the back heel up, step back, downward, facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, step it through, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Parsvakonasana. So left hand stays on the block this time. Just check your position. Touch your arm. You can go without the block too. You're more comfortable. One more breath. And touch down. Good. Turn the back heel up. Step back. Downward facing dog. Set your blocks off. We'll do a vinyasa. So inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. Grab the blocks again if you want. It's a little easier to step through. And then step your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your left foot back first to deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Right hand stays on the block, left hand to the hip. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Extend the arm when you're ready. Feel the balance. Should feel so balanced that you probably don't even need that right hand to hold you there. You feel strong through the back foot. Maybe even stretch both arms. Good, bend into the front knee. Touch down, step back, downward facing. Inhale to plank on the blocks. Stay for a breath. And inhale back, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg on the inhale, exhale. Step it through, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. Right hand to the hip. Straighten the left leg. Open up, triangle pose. Think long spine. See if you can do it even without touching that block. I don't know. Really strong and balanced through your feet and legs. And touch down, bend the front knee. Turn the back heel up and step forward. Couple breaths. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause there. Look at your feet. Are you balanced? Good. Which foot do you tend to lean towards? Do you use both sides of your heel, both sides of the forefoot? Good. Stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your right foot back first to a deep lunge. Ground that foot down. Bring your right hand to your hip. Now, I want you to grab that block. I'm going to put mine on the medium height. And you're going to slide your right foot forward. Slide the block out right up from the little toe side of your foot. And think weight right in the middle of my left foot as I then lift the right leg and foot up. Ardha, Chandrasana. Maybe extend the arm if you're feeling balanced. Broaden your clavicles. Good. Hand to the hip. Bend the front knee. Touch that back foot down. Slide the block back. And then touch your right hand down. Turn the back heel up. And step back. Downward facing dog. And then just for fun, lower your knees. Go back to a child's pose. First child's pose of the day. Check in with yourself. Why am I doing this again? We all want to age gracefully and be able to balance. Just be ready for whatever we want to do. And then make your way back. Downward facing dog. Bend the right leg, step it through, deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. I'm turning my block up to medium. Bring your left hand to your hip. Slide the left foot forward as you bring that block out. And tell yourself, I want the weight right in the middle of my right foot. And then I lift the left leg up. Maybe extend the left arm. One more breath. Bend the front knee. Slide the block back as you touch down and come back to deep lunge position. And this time just step forward, forward fold. And just move your blocks out of the way and come down to a deep lunge position. This ought to feel good, I hope. If you can even feel balanced here. And then come down to a seated position. And just stretch your legs out in front of you. Just wanted to do a little twist to kind of undo some of that. So bend your right knee. You can bring it across. I think all of you can. Pull back and up to get lengthened. And then twist to your right. And breathe. Feel like you're stretching that hip out a little bit. And coming back to center, just stack knee on top of knee. Ground that foot down. That feels pretty good. You want more stretch, hip creases or where you're bending, you're just kind of stretching out over that knee. And come on up. Oh, that felt awesome. Switch side. Bring it across. If you can get the foot down, you don't have to. You can keep it in line with your sits bone, but do lengthen up no matter where it's at to then twist to your left. Whether you realize it or not, we worked the outer hips a lot. We just kind of stretch those back out, come back to center, stack your knees. See how it feels and maybe stretch deeper if you want. You'll feel it in your hip. Slow your breath down. And come on, come back up. Good. Unwind and go ahead and lay down on your backs. And just bring your knees in. Give yourself a little hug. Oh. Shift the knees to the right and left. And then bring the left foot down, interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Stretch that leg straight. Maybe extend the leg. Flex and point a few times. And then maybe you can stretch your hamstring a bit more by moving the hands up. But don't allow that left leg to come up. Just feel where it feels like a good stretch. And then wherever your right hand is on your leg, support the leg, bring your left hand out to a T. And then allow your right leg to come off to the right, but don't let the left leg come up. Just it's an inner thigh stretch and a hamstring stretch. It's not going to come all the way. If it comes, for me, if it comes all the way, my left leg and arm want to come up. So I just go to a spot where it's like, oh yeah, that's a good, awesome stretch. Good, and then slowly bring the leg back up. Switch hands, so wherever your left hand can support, maybe it's at your knee, maybe it's your shin. I'm lucky enough to be able to reach my foot. Bring your right arm off to the side, and then just allow your left or your right foot to come off to the left, but not so much that your right hip raises. That stays grounded, and you'll feel like some achiness in your IT band. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then go ahead and now allow your right hip to lift. Keep your right shoulder down. And you're just going to stack your right hip on top of your left and allow the leg to come all the way across wherever it feels like a good stretch. You can support with your elbow down or let the foot come all the way down if you're able. Still keep your left leg grounded. Ooh, that's a big stretch there in my good. And then come on back to center, bend the knee, bring the right foot flat and interlace behind the left thigh. And if it works for you, extend the right leg. You can also use a belt if your hamstrings are really tight here. Just flex and point a few times. And just kind of work your legs up the leg, your hands up the leg. But whenever you get to a point where your right hip wants to lift up away from the floor, then you've gone too far. So you want to keep that curve in your low back. Good. And then holding on with the left hand, bring the right hand off to the side. Keep that right arm and right leg grounded as you allow the left leg to come wide. As soon as that right leg starts to come up, you've gone far enough. You want to just use your strong core to keep that right leg grounded, right shoulder grounded. One more breath. And bring that leg back up. Switch hands. So right hand comes off, or left hand comes off to the side, right hand comes to the leg wherever it supports you. And do that IT band stretch first. So just far enough that your left hip doesn't come up, but you feel something in your IT band. For me, it's only about 6 inches to a foot. Oh boy. And then go ahead and allow the left hip to come up and bring the leg all the way across, but don't let your left shoulder come up. So just go to a spot where you feel like it's a good stretch in your hip. It's a twist as well. Right leg stays grounded even though the toes might turn to the right. Your hips are facing to the right. Good. And then slowly come on back up. Hug the knees in. And then bring the feet down right at hip distance apart, knees bent. Arms in goalpost. Wiggle your feet a little wider and do some windshield wipers. Should feel like a piece of cake after that opening we just did. Pushing the knees side to side. And then when the knees are upright, bring the feet closer together and just stack your right knee on top of the left knee. And then lift your knees up towards you so your shins are parallel to the floor. And then widen your feet apart. So your left foot comes to the right, your right foot comes to the left. And then lift your head and shoulders up to hold on to your shins. And then just push up a little bit into your hands with your shins and lay your head and chest back down. You want to try and maintain that. You'll feel this in your hips. Longhorn pose is what this is called. You've seen those longhorn cattle. Good. And then relax, switch. So left knee on top of right. Shins parallel to the floor, widen the feet. Grab the shins. Keep the hips parallel to the ceiling and parallel to each other. As you press up. Oh. I like to keep my feet flexed so I keep my knees safe. So it's just a hip stretch, right? Good. And relax. Hug the knees all the way in again. And then keeping your feet and knees close together. Bring the feet flat. Hands on your belly. Let your knees open. Butterfly pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. Really pay attention to your breath. Go ahead and close your knees and stretch out for Shavasana. And as you focus in on your breath, just think every exhale, I can rest a little deeper. Soften, relax, trust. Relax your fingers. In every moment, I am given opportunities for creative service. Sometimes that service is simple witness. I count and encounter the blessings of life. I recognize and honor the dignity of those whom I meet. Other times the service is more heartfelt. I reach within myself to console and comfort those who are suffering and in need. There is one substance flowing through all. That substance is love. As I choose to align myself in service to its nature and my own, I also serve by example. This service is not thankless martyrdom. Loving service is an act of enlightened self-love. As I focus on others, my own troubles and losses fall into perspective. Acknowledging the worth of those I encounter, I recognize my own worth. Seeking to serve, I serve myself by experiencing the truth of my loving and expansive nature. This self-knowledge is a great blessing. It's from Julia Cameron, Book of Blessings. Finding your constant companion, your breath. Encourage it to become a bit deeper. Beginning your transition back up to seated when you're ready. Just take your time, go slow. It's a good day for slowing down. Just take a moment to sit with your breath for a few more moments. Bringing hands to heart center. It is my pleasure and honor to teach yoga. So thank you for indulging me with that. And I bow to the light in each of you, Namaste. Have a fantastic Tuesday and election day.